start this thing.
Hello there. All right. So I'm just killing time for a minute. I thought, you know what? I don't want to be spending all of this stream doing fleet battles, TB, etc. So I thought I'd knock one out while we were waiting. So hello there, Snappy. We have got probably not long left of this, to be fair. Ah, Mark 6 has just come in. Cool. I'm sure I've seen Leviathan win, so yeah, we should be winning in a minute. I feel like it's becoming a tradition to me that if I've got a cup of coffee, I spend like the first section of a stream just slowly gulping it. I wish I could say sipping it, but I don't feel like I'm a sipper. Okay. So yeah, we're going... After this, we're going to just do a little bit of TB. We're going to hop back and finish the fleet climb, and then we've got GAC. When I just mull it over, TB shouldn't be as bad as it was Thursday, but it's still got one or two things to do. Thankfully, no Dathomir. That's the big one. I think we're on Haven, Castle, and I don't know what the Phase 5 planet is on the light side. I know we've got Mandalore as well, but I can't do anything there either. A lot of the planets now are basically do what you can and deploy. Is it Dan? No, Dantooine I think is mid, isn't it? Rings of Catherine, yeah. So yeah, I can do the fleet mission there, but that's it. 3-star Lafal last time. I love when I've seen that. Mandalore gets done next phase. Castle this phase. So let's get that done. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We leverage the power of Cup. Ooh. Alright, go on, do a basic. I think I'm just going to stick to a basic. There we go, that's what I was after. Some protection up. Ooh, don't like provoked, but thankfully we can cleanse. I have lost this once or twice. It's usually okay once you get to like this point, but it can get a bit dicey if you don't get good RNG with the Handmaiden. You know, if Queen gets ability blocked or anything like that, it's a bit awkward. Right, I could do a cleansing that in a minute. Go on, we'll base it for well, hopefully for a stun. Right. We haven't got a lot of debuffs right now, so I'm thinking let's just basic. I know Queenie's got provoked, but I don't think she's the worst one to have it. Although I don't like that ability block on her. Alright, arguably we don't need to go for that one. There we go, cleanse. Crit damage, no advantage though, but let's just do that for now. Gotta love they recognise the threat of Cup. Still no advantage, but we've got crit damage, offense. Yeah, that was decent. Sweet. I'm pretty sure one stack of confusion is you can't attack out of turn, so getting it off power is nice. I'm hoping there's a cleanse coming up though. There we go. Okay, Handmaiden gone, let's cleanse. That was probably the wrong time to use that ability, but I think we'll be fine. I know, I know. I've been a naughty boy. I haven't done my TB missions early this week, so I'm having to just knock them out when I can. Every little helps at this point, really. How you doing, Ruth? I'm thinking we can do... Yeah, I was just weighing up what plants we've got. We can do Slacker and... Yes, Jabba. Yeah, let's do Slacker. Yeah, in a way, I kind of wish it had been this week it came in so that we had a clearer perspective on it, but... I think even in my attempts to be logical, that probably wouldn't have been the best thing, would it? Because we'd still be sort of... We've got to deal with it. I think that's where my head is. It's like, I'd rather we'd had it early so that we can just get it out of the way, but... I don't think there's an easy answer to how we feel about it. Other than we'd rather it not be coming in. Okay. Dooku doing surprising work. Okay, that wasn't fun. But yeah, I'm waiting and seeing. I mean, I know it's going to be rough in the very short term. I mean, the number of GAC battles I'm winning compared to what I will win is probably going to be different. But I've got to have the mentality that my opponents are probably going to have similar problems. You know, I imagine there are people who are in Caliber 1, Caliber 2, who arguably shouldn't be there based on GP. Or at least based on the relics they've got, so they're going to drop down and... Yeah. Yeah, again, I can respect it. I think I'm trying to look on the optimistic side of it, because... Well, to be honest, we haven't really got much choice, have we? You know, it's a bit like that idea of doom scrolling. You know, you obviously feed into it if you go on your phone and just sort of stare at like negative headlines and all that lot. So sometimes it's best just not to go on your phone and just look away from it. So that's kind of where I am. I'm like, I'm not dismissing the worries or anything. I'm just sort of trying not to dwell on them. When it happens, it happens. Maybe try and glean a few positives, like something like this might be... not this specifically, because this is relic 8, but like the earlier plans might be a bit quicker for what little that matters. I don't know. Like I say, I'm trying to glean positives. Ghost. Executor or Profundity. We'll do... I think we do Profit, don't we? Oh no, we got Prof for the right side planet, so it's Executor. Yeah, that's kind of where my mind is going. I mean, I imagine for you it's going to be a lot worse. You know, no, I'm not trying to pound you in the ground there when I say that either. But yeah, I feel like for myself, it's that probably my opponent will get impacted as much as I'll get impacted. So we're both learning at the same time. Whereas I know that you've punched up quite a way, and yeah, I can definitely imagine that's going to be a bit more challenging. Okay. I mean, I'll be frank, I've just followed what my guild have told me, so that is quite interesting. Do you do Xandu Blood, or do you do Punishing One? Oh, cool. I mean, I always say I'm open to trying things out. Granted, a bit late now, but you know, I can try it next TB. Although I'm not gonna lie, I find this bit bloody irritating. Yeah, for me right now, it's more the fact that the Confuse stops you from getting the taunt, so it feels like you're spending half the battle trying to get a taunt on Houndstooth. Yeah, they really wanted Razor Crest anyway, so it kind of moots the point of chasing it. Yeah, I can't lie. It's a bummer when you're playing it that way, isn't it? Oof. Yeah, we should be alright. Alright, we got a contract. Not the good one, but we have got a contract. Ugh, crud. Let's get there. Wow, they are being extra tanky. Yeah, that's Punishing One down. Just die. I could definitely see what you mean in terms of strategy, because Razor Crest did very little for us. At least starting. I think the challenge is you want the blue contract to ease things along, don't you? Couldn't remember what they labelled it as, because it's not like a bounty hunter contract, but it kind of is. Okay. I know that when you platoon Razor Crest, it can make Executor a bit awkward, so it's nice to know something like this is probably easier. I mean, since I joined this guild, I haven't actually had to platoon pretty much anything. The only one I've had to platoon has been Profundity in one of the phases. It feels a little bit weird in a way. I thought my Ewoks would have been called up. Well, actually, granted, wrong account for the Ewoks, but you get my point. Just like Ugnaught, for instance, you know, I thought there might have been something that would be called in for platoons, but no, I get a very easy ride in that regard. Come on. That was just annoying because it's like, it feels like it just takes longer than it has any right to be. And again, the logic works out why it does. Yeah, we can't do that, can't do that. Mandalore, I can do the fleet mission. I could throw some dark side units at this, but I'm not entirely sure it's worth it. I mean... I'm not expecting much. Yeah, the brainworms are gonna get you. Come on, we'll do a drain. How fun. What fun. I mean, I don't expect much with these missions, but still, it's a bit of a joke. Oh, I forgot. I know I can do this, but I'm pretty sure I get blocked further down the line. Oh, this is a mission. Yeah, because I've only got these 3 for Vanguard. The irony is I could throw them under JML, but then I haven't got a 5th Jedi, which would then break JML lead. So, yeah. Actually, can I just select my fleet? Yeah. Oh yeah, we haven't got Ghost, but everything else is fair game. This is what I like about TB at this phase, though. I mean, it feels awkward like on days like yesterday where I got Dathomir, Kessel, Lothal, Zepho, and Mandalore. You know, and granted Mandalore, like I say, it's just a fleet mission, but the rest I do a fair bit, you know, and probably Lothal is actually the least after that, you know. But, yeah, it's still one of those where you're like, it feels like a lot. Oh, I see, I see. So you essentially just try and get the weak TFPs out. I know the one on Baraka, that one winds me up a bit. I can't say I have as much worry here, but it's not to say that it can't be improved for sure. You know, I couldn't remember that about Prof. I know it grants termies, but I didn't remember that bit. Yeah, 50% more offense. In my head, I've only ever considered the granting a bonus turn effectively, or 100% turn meter, whatever the wordage was, so yeah. 50% offense I'd sort of let slip under the radar a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't do anything there, so Mandalore, Leviathan, No, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I've probably just been too lazy in that regard. You know, I should try and remember more, but I think when you got like a finite amount of space in your brain, you kind of have to choose what you keep and what you don't. Growing up, my mum always used to get wound up by the fact that I could remember like random details about football, yet I couldn't remember what I wanted to get from the shop. So I feel like I've got a bit of that there now, where I like try to at least keep a bit of space for things in the now. Still probably fail, but I do try. Oh, hang on. I thought it was their turn. I mean, again, I'm 33, and when I get like questions about kits and I'm like, oh, I can't remember, it does make me feel just that bit older.
We have a supporter here.
What's that guy? Hello there.
Thank you for supporting JJ's Productions. Thank you.
How y'all doing? I'd say we're just wrapping up some TB, and then we're getting into, well, actually, we're getting into a fleet battle just to finish my climb, and then we're getting into GAC. How y'all doing? I am going to have a wild stab in the dark because I didn't actually hop in to have a nosy that Relic Delta was a topic today for you guys. How you doing, Burm? Oh, was it the kit reveals then? Hey, nice one. In fairness, we did get a lot of them, so even if you did just Luke, yeah, spread them out, eh? But I'm gonna say we had a lot, didn't we? Even now, I still haven't processed them all. I'm like, okay, we'll get to them 1v1, I guess, but I did think Luke's was interesting. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for those characters as well, Stormtrooper Arm, Leia, so it's nice that they're at least having a chance at redemption. We're going to see how good a chance it is. But yeah, it would be nice. I mean, I heard some mention from, I actually can't remember where, it was probably on Reddit. Someone saying maybe you could go under, like, GL Leia in 5s, and I'm like, maybe? I suppose you could do...
We have a supporter here. We have a supporter.
I don't know why it does that twice.
Thank you for supporting JJ's Productions. Thank you.
But yeah, maybe it's a case that it could do... Leia, R2 Drogon, Stormtrooper Luke and Princess Leia, but then... I suppose that's a bigger question. You probably need Leia more than Stormtrooper Han, don't you? And even then the question would be, is it worth it? You know, I mean, with a GAC Omicron and Princess Leia, there's that, I guess, but... Still doesn't answer if it's worth it. Probably not. I mean, I've got Akbar and Leia on me, so I'm crying out for a use for those armies, but... I somehow suspect it won't be this. Okay, Leia maybe, but Akbar's definitely... He definitely needs some help. I was in that camp of people who was like, oh, we got loads of armies, I'm just going to apply them how I want, and then... all this time later, it's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that. I did like that in 3v3, yeah. At one point, I really did try and speed up my Akbar and Leia so that they could get an early turn and... well, I say early turn, but early-ish for relative to their speed and catch people out, but it wasn't worth the effort. The amount of holds they got, it was just laughable. Again, you'd expect it. Yeah, 10 mats is probably actually a decent thing with it. For Stormtrooper loot, that is. Yeah, that definitely killed opportunities for that. I wouldn't say it was alive beforehand, but it certainly killed it. I mean, I haven't actually seen the Datacrons properly that are coming. I've seen bits of them because they were in the content, in the data mines. But I found it a little bit hard to piece them together because they were all, like, split up. But I'm assuming the normal Datacrons are going to be a little different to usual. At least, if that's what I've seen, anyway. Maybe I just saw the focused. Also, I do think it's cool they've lowered the gate for him again for... I don't know if it's just for this one or if they're going to continue with it, but either way, I think it's good they've lowered the gate. Just let people use Datacrons more freely. You know, as much as the system is still divisive, I think the idea that someone who's just coming into the game and is really excited about getting the tune to gear 10 or 11, they can be like, hey, I can actually use the Datacron now, you know, it's decent for them. I'm not sure how much impact it would have other than maybe you can now have like Temmin on level 3 or something, if there is one. You know, I think the one I'm looking forward to at the marquees right now, and it's almost sad that I'm looking forward to it, but it's IG-90. I'm actually excited about Afra getting a tank. I feel like I want Afra to become a good team, you know, just something that's got a nice bit of viability wherever it's played. And I'm not really a TW guy, principally, but I would be tempted to apply that Omicron if it means that Afra is usable in TW. It definitely seems like there's a boost in all game modes anyway. It's going to be weird, though, this new system, isn't it? I mean, like, forget about Relic Delta for a second. It's the idea of, we're going to get 6 characters, but we can't actually use them in the rest of the game for 3 months. It's different, isn't it? Because it feels like the meta we've got now is kind of locked in. You know, nothing can impact this other than Datacrons, potentially. It is weird. Right, so I did get first there, didn't I? Yeah. Hey, data cache. My bad luck with Datacrons has continued. I have now got 3 Raycrons, 3 First Order Stormtrooper Crons, and I have not got the things I want on some of them, like this one, for instance. Ideally, I need a seer level, but I cannot get these without spending crystals. And I don't really want to re-roll that because honestly the whole thing looks a bit trash to me, so I just have to carry on and keep rolling and hoping I get one. And I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm going to run out of Mark 2, I think, so I don't think I'm going to get the Cron I want. It's just been a bad Datacron cycle for me. I'm almost grateful that this lot is going to expire soon so that I've got a new set I can start working on straight away. I might even start doing it now, actually, just start hoarding data cache. You know, deliberately for that. I mean, it's been ridiculous. Alright, Grand Arena. Oh, hang on, saying that, before I do that, let me just do this. Here we go. Reload the game. And let's get this up. So, I actually don't know who we're facing. Let's see if we can find out. We're up against Recon, apparently. Alright, what have you got, Recon? You're from Leaders That Don't Lead, I think that is. Alright, I've known a few of them. 13.3 to 13 mil GP. Zeta's 362 to 340. Omicron 61 to 51. We're 1 GL behind him. I'm guessing that's Ahsoka I'm missing. Well, we're both missing Hondo. Ralik's 281 to 266. So some things in my favour here for sure. Granted, I've got 300k on them, but usually that's not a big differential. What else? They're ahead on the Ralik 9, 17 to 24 in their favour. I'm ahead on the 8s, 21 to 18. I'm ahead on the 7s, 98 to 80. They're ahead on the 5s, 95 to 101. Okay. I'm ahead on the mods, 119 to 45 on the 25 pluses. I'm ahead on the 20 pluses, 363 to 188. And I'm ahead on the 15 pluses, 548 to 400. Let's change the screen quickly. There we go. Less of a squint for you guys. Datacrons, 37 to 46. Alright, a little bit behind. That looks a bit iffy for Ahsoka. I'm not an expert on it, but I'd assume you'd want a speed set. The rest looks okay, set-wise. Offense set on Wampa's a bit odd. I have to say to myself sometimes, there's probably just mods that aren't meant to be there because they've just put them there. You know, like just slapdash modding. No bail, and that's interesting. They've only got a Gear 13 Morgan, so they might not have the great modders. Alright. Interesting. Alright, so I have changed my defense from the last round. I feel like I went a bit too heavy on defense. So I've switched things around a little bit. I put left a Mega down, I should say. Adrad stayed down. We put Finn back on defense. It was the 25% turn me to Kron, so hopefully it did a job at least. And Mace went back down. Wasn't entirely convinced that was the right call, but we'll see how it played. We got Raver on the south, Lord Vader, Great Mothers, and Jabba went to the front this time. The back wall was Maz, Jawas, and Slacker. So, if we go into the actual GA, let's have a look. Cheers, Mike. Go and have a good night's sleep, man. I'll catch you around. That score tells me they probably didn't drop. No drops on this wall. None here. So I'm thinking it's banner inefficiency if there's a little drop in banners. Yep. So we've got our work cut out a bit for us. We've got 5 GLs on offense. Luke, Leia, Rey, C, and JMK. We've got Gas, Balin, Queen, Bo-Katan, Afra, Malicos, Bane. I don't feel like we're shy on options. So let's start filtering through them. Alright, the one that I feel like is a natural first choice at the moment is Seer on Inquisitors. And I'm a dopey idiot apparently who's not saved a Scav Raycron, so we're going to have to do... Or is it she a Nufu's? Oh, she's... No, I haven't saved one. She isn't a Nufu's. Right, so... I'm trying to think which one she'd want now. Maybe that. That's the good one. That's for Rey herself. Maybe that. So trouble when there's so many that look the same. I'll stand by what I said last time, that I feel like Gungans are a safe bet here. Yeah, put the Rose Cron on. Jabba. Queen, why not? You know, I say why not, and then I think there is a straightforward answer to that. It could be I'm causing myself issues. Go on, we'll pick another Raycron, why not? Slacker. People have had good luck with these Special Forces crons compared to me. Something tells me Leia wouldn't be good here, but maybe I'm being hasty saying that. Bane? Hey, go on, Bane's free, let's do it. Bane and Sass okay, do you think? You think that'd be alright with the defense? Alright, let's have a look, see if we can swap that out. Sort by health. Okay, the Iden Cron's got the highest health, 80%. Let's go for that one. Okay, now a little bit awkward here. We've got Leia available, but we haven't got Adrad and Jin. I could do, like, the traditional lineup, as it were. Or even that. I think it's got some legs. Okay, Lord Vader. We do Bo-Katan, we do the BKM Cron, as I keep calling it, the Rolo Cron. Rey. Alright, Rey's in a funny spot now. I could try and mirror. That does not sound good. I mean, arguably, I could try and raid the Ahsoka, but again, that's not good. I feel like Rey's put me in a weird place offensively, because she wasn't doing great on defense because everyone just uses something pretty good against... Oh, I say pretty good, but pretty good for banners against her. So it felt like, let's bring her on offense, let's see if she can do something. But then it's picking the something she can do. Because she is like a Swiss Army knife, she is quite good, but you've got to pick the right thing for her, you know, you don't just throw her at something. And it does help I've got Ezra with me, so that has got a bit of extra to it. I'm assuming you're talking about this kind of lineup. Right, because I put Starkiller in here. I'm wondering if I could swap an Ufu out of this team. Like, Scavray was in there. Alright, so let's just remove them. Yeah, I don't fancy chancing that. I've had a few bad tries recently with Phoenix. I mean, looking at it, you think, could I bail in it? It wouldn't revive. I've got Ondo Homi. Ondo's Omicron. So I would take the first turn. Actually, saying that I wouldn't. I'd take the second turn, wouldn't I, after Raver, so... And yeah, just looking at this, I feel like I'm in a funny spot, because I don't have crew in here either, so I wouldn't really have a pre-taunt. Oh, I haven't got that, do I? Yeah. I don't know why I used both my Scavray Crons on defense. Arguably, I could throw Seer here. Sub out Scavray for... I'm not getting inspired seeing some of these names. Fulcrum. And then... in this case, of what do we do against Raver? I wish these were a bit quick to fill in, I'm not gonna lie. I am very impatient. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't want to try it. I mean, it's not necessarily the bug, but I know I've tried Phoenix a few times and it's not been great. And as far as bailing, I do agree, but one thing that's kept in my head, I could have sworn that you could also lose with Rave because of the lack of revives. That's why I just wanted to check it. Yeah, 42% win rate, okay. Alright, what about Ray? Literally no one has used Ray against Third Sister. Not a single mad lad out there. Alright, well maybe we cook. Maybe we see if Ray can do it. I mean, I'm thinking, can she be death marked? She can, can't she? So, but she can't take damage from death mark. Alright, let's give that a go then. Why not? Preset squad. You put Ray on defense. Oh, did I do that? Right. Let's actually check the stats then, eh? Cheers, T-Max. Sometimes I need a proofreader, but I am not being sarcastic there either. There we go. Right, let's... Ben... Ezra... This is where I think it could get funny, because they could start getting impacted by Jedi. Makes me wonder if I go more Ufu than Jedi. Right, they haven't got a perfect match there. Closest as these two, it goes either way. Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's wing it. I get the feeling that's the do or die match. But I have got a Raycron that's got pretty nice armor pen. There we go, 148. Alright, last one. Finn. I think I throw JML at that. Early turn, AoE, bung them out. Okay. Oh. Whoops. Let's retry that. That'll teach me not to just take things for granted. There we go. Alright. So we've got a plan. I'm not entirely convinced it's a good plan, but it is a plan. We've got a bit for the battle as well. I mean, we've got C, we've got Kenobi, we've got Balin. Yeah. And I don't feel like I'm... Other than Ray on Raver, I don't feel like I'm doing anything that's completely out there as like, oh, you mad lad, what are you doing? So, yeah. Let's give it a go. Alright, we'll start on... Yeah, we'll start on Sia versus Ray, why not? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hey up, Ada, how you doing? Just sliding on in here. What Cron did I pick? Was it a Ben Cron? Let's make it bigger, I guess. Oh, I didn't pick a Cron. Alright, well, Faction, Ufu, and I wouldn't mind that one with Ben. I don't know if I got it active yet. 43% protection. That's the one. Heroes, hello there. How you doing? I'm doing good, Ada. I'm doing good. Use Datacron with armor pen. Who cares about the 9? Okay, cool. I mean, to be honest, right, I was thinking of the 6 more than anything, but rather than 9. Actually, didn't one of these have decent armor pen? Yeah, let's go for that. All right. Okay. Let's dispel. Rock time. Debuff him. Go on, we'll steal what we can. Okay, no surprises at that. Their turn. Ugh, okay, lovely. Well, I'm glad she can't counterattack that. Okay. 63 stacks, that's good enough for me to just send in a little wackaroo. Oh, lovely. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Well, this is a question, who's the weakest? Lovely. If only I could recover banners better. $75, hey, I'll take that. I didn't think I was getting it at the end. Alright. Let's log it. Right, next up, shall we do Bo-Katan? Do 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 do. I feel like I'm gonna need a Lord Vader counter when this set expires. They like the turns, don't they? Yeah, go poop. And let's just do that for now. That was the wrong call, wasn't it? Yeah, I should have cleansed. I was trying to be a little bit greedy. Save the mass assist on Lord Vader. Go on, let's just hammer in on Scorch. Make sure he goes. I feel like I could do a bam stepping, and there we go. Cleanse up, please. Yeah, Bo's gonna die. I mean, I called it. Alright, down at least. Right, all in. OG Bo's missed here now. Let's get that for days. Yeah, poop stance. Ugh, okay. I am going cool Paz. Oh, you little git. I know I could have targeted them on the stealth, but it's like, well, I'd still have to go for the trooper after. Alright, 59, that was bad. Okay, let's do Leia. I haven't done this lineup in quite some time. We should still have enough to take out Ezra. I mean, he's Relic 7. Yeah. Right, pull turn meter. Well, Leia gets the fracture, that's decent. Right, a bit yuck. Cleanse, yeah, go on. Oh, you little git! Let's just do that. Get burning on. I say burning, I'm thinking more about the damage immunity it provides us, but... We're in that awkward part now, aren't we? Alright, pop that on Leia. Alright, Ezra down. Okay, we haven't got to worry about that git now. Alright, Leia, it'd be very nice if you could get an ult soon so that we can get a revive. Just try and avoid hitting Jensen. Oof. Oh, okay. Alright, die. Right. Just die, die, die. 64, we'll take it. Alright, last one, JML. You know, it feels yuck that JML's kind of been reduced to this role. You know, you're not sure what take out. Take JML in. Alright, 55% protection, I'm sure that's the one. 206k protection for taking out a Finn. I would love a Datacron that was light side though. That was like that, you know, something that could boost him to 250, say. That'd be really cool and bonkers. And again, it'd probably still get used on something trash like this, but the principle's nice. He really needs a lift. Alright, let's just go for Finn, I guess. Pass that to Luke. Get the stun in. Hoda. Hoda, my Yoda. Go on, have that. Yoink. Yoink. Go on. Land that. Let's just get rid of Finn. Yoink. And boink. You know what? Let's just... I'm not even articulating well. Foresight, just so she doesn't nick banners. There we go. 65. Alright. Alright, so we've got a DTMG at the back. We've got Soul.
We have a supporter here. We have a supporter. Thank you for supporting JJ's Productions. Thank you.
Thanks for the sub, Chris. How you doing, man? And we got Jedi Master Mace Windu at the back. Okay. All good. Good to hear. I'm doing alright, man. By the way, that thing you sent me the other day, I did have a look at it. I'm going to try and follow up on it when I've... probably when I've got the time and the money. But I appreciate it, because I had a look and it was good. Right, so crystals, we'll take them. Let's delete that. Alright, so we can overkill these, can't we? Okay, I'll see if there's anything comparable. I mean, if anything, it just seems something like, aside from the reason I'm looking into it, it's like, it seemed generally interesting in itself, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I've heard people talking about it. I haven't looked into it myself, but I have heard a lot of talk about it. And so I take it you recommend. Oh, sorry, I'm laughing at the prospect here that I don't trust my C anywhere near as much as I should. I think C-What can handle this, can't it? But it just feels weird not to trust it. And then... yeah, let's just Kenobi that. Man, oh man. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think everything that's gone on lately has kind of opened me up to it as well. Ah, good idea. You saw the army, I didn't. This is honestly why I appreciate streaming, because I would miss these things. It's like having extra pair of eyes. Oh, hang on. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything that's out there in terms of like a bad idea. Oh, okay, that is a bad idea. Let's rip the band-aid off and see how this plays. But if this works, we should have at least a chance of full clearing without dropping. So yeah, let's see how bad this is. I wish there was some way I could put a unit in that would punish out of turn attacks, but to my knowledge, there's nothing that's commonly used here that could do it. Kenobi, Zaris. There we go, armor pan. All right. Let's go. Well, damage immune. Damage immune. Feel free to remove turn meter. Well, from those damage immune ones, I should say. Okay, not particularly what I want, but we'll just ride it a minute. Okay. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm scared. I mean, if Ray stays high, we're okay, but this can get so messy so fast. Oh dear. I mean, Ben's just not going to be able to take a turn and cleanse or do a dispel. He's just pretty much a permanently ability blocked at this point. Oh, okay, we got one. Oh, I can't ignore Storm. Damn. Bloody hell. Oh, you little git. Yeah, I did. Yep, okay. I would not have considered that, so yeah, I'll take my lumps there. Go for 9th, okay. Okay, well that was 1. Oof. Alright, come on. $55. I mean, misplays everywhere. Well, I say everywhere just based on the fact I did the level 6, but looking it through, I'll take that. All it took was one change of focus to Ray when Deathmark wasn't there, and ooh, okay. I say that Deathmark was pretty much exclusively there, but you get my point. That was just, well. All right. Bane. Bane. Where are you, sassy? Where are you, you sassy minx? And Eidenkron. I'm not sure it's the right order there, but... Well... I got the damage immunity in my head, that's where I was. We're okay. 64. With it being a bunch of foresights at the start, I think to myself, look, didn't mean foresight, sorry. I knew there was something I was thinking about. It wasn't foresight, it was damage immunity. I was thinking, would we still get the effect? We would get the cooldown increase. Still, that is where my head went. Dispel the DIs so that we could then attack them. Alright, Gungans versus Trench. Let's get that one out of the way. I'm trying to remember if it's... Well, is it? I think it's Morecambe and Wise who had a joke about I'm playing all of the right notes, just not necessarily in the right order. I feel like that's how my brain works a lot. I think it's a Rose Chrono pick here, yeah. Actually, saying that, that's kind of useless, isn't it? Have we got bulk? That's the one. I think it was Morecambe and Wise as well that had the thing where one of them goes. I need to watch some classic comedy at some point, but I feel like I just get moved away from it with black and white. Well, it's not even black and white. I don't know why I'm saying that. Alright, nice try, what? Alright, can we get Newty Baby out? We can. Dispel that. Activate the shield. Right, that's got to be Django out of DI, yeah. I'm curious, right? Are people actually using Trench in good Kyber 1? Because, like, in my mind, I was thinking about using it because it's like a focused Datacron, but when you see how easily Gungans tear it apart, it's like, surely people aren't really doing it. Feels like just asking for a hiding. So you're thinking people would place it on defense rather than having it on offense where it's not going to get used? We haven't got Stranger yet. It's going to be another 2 months until Stranger's in the game for everyone. I've got my 90 shards. It'd be nice if we got the characters this quick, to be fair. I'm not sure CG could keep up with it, though. Actually, that would be kind of nice, though, if they wanted to rework Conquest, have it that it's every 3 months, and you have to spend, like, the whole month doing it rather than just 2 weeks. I could actually understand that as a compromise. It'd still suck a bit, but at least then it'd be staggered rather than as it is right now, where it's every month and it feels like it's non-stop. One of the rare times I've seen Boba in this team. Go on, let's just mass attack. Bonk bonk. I just felt like then I was like going to Jabba and going, boop. Alright, everyone has their own little silly moments, I guess. Just imagine Leia was sat down at the bottom of Jabba when she was in that outfit and she just stood up and went, boop. Alright. What beats Dark Clones? Bo-Katan with a Rolocron, Jedi... Not Jedi, sorry. Rebel... GL Leia. I couldn't think what you call her. about the safest things. Right, that was all clear. That was 65. I didn't count it, but I'm pretty sure that was 65. Slacker might be able to give it a go. I've not tried it in a while. After that, you're kind of in a tough spot because JML's struggling against Love Vader. JMK does. Jabba doesn't do it to my knowledge. Well, Jabba's never done Love Vader, actually. And after that, you move into newer GLs or units. Pirates can do it, I think. Again, I'm kind of putting something there that I'm pretty sure you don't have, but I'm like, I will just put it out there for the record. Right, we'll use this Kron. That was a very good call, by the way, Mol. I really appreciate that one. Alright, we'll Linky Dink Temple Guard. And we'll Linky Dink JMW. Maybe it would have been better linking Jocasta, but I'm not too worried about that. Let's cleanse that off C. Alright, she's got a rifle. Gotta laugh how B1 just takes damage. Like, yeah, okay. I'm guessing I'm in a giggly mood. Oh, you got BAM to work, did you? Cool. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, she's going to throw it. We're still standing. 61. Not clean, but we did get the win. I want to try and short man this a bit. Pretty much just go for what I need. In the grand scheme, it might not be much, but if it just gets me an extra banner, it could be worth it. Are we talking about the ship, or are we talking about the team? I was thinking of two-manning, but I was like, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable enough with that. JKR can do it. Bounty Hunters would be another one with Rogue One. Alright, last one, Balin. Oh, that one should light up Ada's eyes. I think he just made a day. Yeah, all you have to do is mention Phoenix Data, and it's it's like a red flag to a bull. Alright, let's just Uno reverse that. I know it's not really Uno reverse, but I thought, what is it? Oh, for frig's sake, I've just realised I'm doing a bloody mirror. Why am I frigging doing a mirror when I could have done Balin? Alright, okay, well, we're doing a mirror. Oh, well. Okay. Remember what I said a bit ago about needing proofreaders? Alright, come on. Alright, saw out. What? Can't it loosen a bit? Yeah, so let's just stick on there, I guess. I'm gonna say hit worthless guy. That's it. Dispel. That's it. We want the bombs to blow up. Come on. How do I get pots in this team? I can't remember. Or do I not get pots? I could have sworn I did. 63, alright, that was... Well, that was not what I meant. So, the fact I won, I will take, but I feel like an absolute donkey for actually trying that. Alright. Shall we quick maths it? $1842 minus 1392 equals 450 minus 219, and then divide that by 3. 77 banner average. Oh, yeah. If I've done my numbers right there. Yeah, I may have to move Adrab back myself for that reason. Oh man, I'm gutted about that. Okay. 1, 2. Well, actually, not you. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be 0-2 this week. That's the thing with Fleet, you can usually get an idea before going in, but not nice. I'm just weighing up in my head what I could have maybe done more efficiently. I mean, obviously bailing against Soul would have been more efficient because that would have been a 65 versus a 63, but that's 2 banners. I mean, maybe 2 banners are going to be in it by the end, but I don't know. Still got Scimitar hanging around, so banners wise, maybe we can cling on there. Maybe. I just see that AoE's going and I'm like, don't make me look like an idiot straight away. At least give me a couple of attacks before you sort of go, eh. 75? 72? Damn, wow, that was banner bleeding. Okay, let's see if we can recover. Alright, that's out. Hey, Quinlan, how you doing? Yeah, we'll do that just to heal up that little bit. Alright, so comeuppance won't do too much in terms of damage output, you would think. Ugh, okay. Alright, we haven't got the counter attacks now at least. Yeah, still drop a banner. That's what, 76, yeah. And then we profundity this. We'll just do the 3-man. So if it was 77 average, we dropped 5 on the first, 1 on the second, so 6 banners. Not as close as I would have liked. Alright, come on. Let's mass attack the B-Wing. Might not even be the efficient thing to do, but I'm like, I just like getting it out. Okay, I don't like having to hit a foresight target. Alright, back to there. We'll do that. Alright, down. Cool. Foresight's a touch concerning here. just how much of it there seems to be. Alright, that's down. Just Cassian left. Okay, let's see what the damage is. That's 77. I at least stuck to my end on that one. Yeah. 5 banners. 6 to get the win. Which is what I counted. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, so compared to the last round, we were closer. I think bringing Leia on offense did help. I mean, last round, I didn't show my score, but my opponent really took advantage. It was, what, 56 banner advantage. I mean, when you look at this top wall, I dropped on every single team, and that was because I had Leia on defense as well as some of the things I had this past round. And I think they dropped once or twice. Yeah, they dropped on Raver. And I think they did drop on Jabba at the back. Yeah, they dropped on Jabba and they dropped on the Calf team, which actually surprised me now I think about it. Don't think they dropped on Fleet, though. No. So they weren't uber efficient, but they had enough in the tank to sort of keep ahead of me. So it's where I am right now. I'm thinking at least we bridged the gap a bit this round, but we're still fighting for the wooden spoon next round. So it's a little bit frustrating, especially with Relic Delta coming next week. We don't want to be going into that week needing a win to sort of keep the crystal income coming. So I'm probably going to be facing one of Tasnik or Rug Double Kilo. Yeah. Let's have a look at who they are. Bubba's Paint Shop, they're 13.7, and Rug Double Kilos, the Airy Wookiees, 12.7. So the selfish side of me would prefer to be facing the guy who's 12.7, because it's obviously less GP, but you never know, they might be the better player, and they've just had poor matchups as well. So yeah, I'll have a think about it going into the final round. But yeah, that is GAC, folks. Also, look at all that nice energy I've hoarded. Okay. So what time are we on? We're at 22:04. You see, I'm in awkward position here, right? Because I did say to Ada the other day, I want to try and do things after I've done my GAC. It's where I'm beginning to think I need to start my streams earlier. I've got that game installed. Apparently I do. Okay. So what I'm going to do, right, on YouTube, I am going to end the stream for the simple fact it just keeps it sort of connected with SWGOH. But if you want to see what I do next, which is the Henry Stickmin collection, then hop over onto Twitch. We'll carry on there. Alright, so let me end the YouTube side, okay? If I can find the button for it. Alright, YouTube, I'll see you